Hey guys, how's it going? I just got back from one of our local stables and grabbed some more horseshoes out of their used barrel bin. This time they charged me $1 a piece, but that's okay. Last time they gave me some. Here's one on the bike right here. But I'm going to use them for a different project, and we're going to go play with that. And we're going to go over there right now. And a friend was cleaning out his house, had some old baseball bats. You know why I got those. And some other stuff. He had a kids' drum set that were thrown out, so I grabbed them for some like linkages and arms and pivot points and stuff. I figured they'd be kind of cool for bicycle stuff, so I'm going to strip that stuff off of them. That actually looks like a pretty cool gas pedal, don't it? That's what I see. So there's some of that. Well, anyway, here's what today's project is. I have this steel gate. I know it's kind of hard to see, but you get the idea. It looks like tree branches on the inside of it. And I'm not sure what it was used for, but it was at the scrapyard. And I'm going to turn it into a gate. And I figure we're going to go do it right on the dirt right here. So I'm going to start laying some stuff out and walk around my yard and scrounge some stuff up and see what we can make out of it. Alright, so I'm thinking these were in the backyard. I'm not sure if they were old trailer axles or what they are, but they're going to be my 2 posts. And I'll bury them in the ground. And probably have about 6 inches underneath the gate. And I want to kind of tie the top of them together so they're not just kind of free floating. And I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe something like that. This is an old wagon wheel, the metal part that's left over. I had cut it and stuck it around the tree, but never used it for much other than that. But I'm thinking, in the right direction. Probably take it and I'll loop it from side to side and make like a crown over the top of it. So, and then we can get fancier from there. But let's go start with this and see if I can get that together and maybe make up some hinges and whatnot and see what happens. All right, so I took a couple strips of wood and some hose clamps and hose clamped the gate and the pipe together on each side just to keep a spacing while I assemble it. And you got one there and one there. That's probably, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch. And then I took that old wooden wheel outer rim and made a bow for the top, and then cut down and made a smaller one to kind of give it 2 separate ones, because it's kind of bouncy, very flexible stuff. So I figure if I run 2 ribs, it'll help stiffen it up, you know. I may do something later, but good enough for now. I think the next part is going to be to make a bar that goes across the bottom that'll sink into the ground that you don't see, but also tie the 2 sections of frame together. So I'm going to go get on that right now. Alright, I don't remember where I let off. But anyway, horseshoes. I used a horseshoe on the top, 4 hinge, and just drill a hole in it and put a bolt in it. And then, you know, ran the nut up and tacked it on the bottom side. And again, the same thing on the bottom. Took a horseshoe, went around the frame, and put a bolt through it and tacked it on the bottom to keep it from backing itself off. And for the lock on the other side, if I can get over there, is again, that's the best way to get there. Essentially, I just found a hinge down my basement and welded that in the corners after I sandblasted the brass coloring off of it, and so it'll rust up. And essentially, this wood's not going to be here, but you get the idea. That'll flip up and out of the way, and then to stop how far it comes down, I just stuffed another horseshoe on the side, so that'll be the stop part of it. I kind of want to do all my welding here because I can't reach over to where the garden is, but I think that's kind of where I'm going to go with for now. I think that's about as far over here as I'm going to travel. If I want to add anything else on, I might do something else on the top. We talked about doing some planters or something, so I may come off of the ends with some planters or whatnot, and whatever that is, I'll just bolt them on from there. But we'll see. All right, now let's go see if I can dig some holes in the ground for this thing. And by the magic of video, we have holes. They are roughly 4 feet wide and 2 feet deep, something like that. And I figure we're gonna get rid of the mosh on this corner, and we'll make this the entrance into the garden. And after I get that done, we're going to clean up the sides with probably some wrought iron and some fencing to keep the little critters out. As far as rabbits, we have a rogue rabbit that's getting fatter every time we see him. Yeah, I got it dragged over and stuffed in the hole, and kind of leveled. I just leveled it by eye, and I think we're just going to go with being leveled by eye. I still have the boards on it supporting it until I get the footings filled with rocks and pack them in real tight. I added another horseshoe to the bottom. I was afraid of the weight of the gate would bend that lower one down, so I came off with a gusset and another horseshoe. So start gathering rocks, start packing them in there, and let's get this cleaned up, take the stuff off. Yes, I went around the yard rock picking and filled those holes and hammered those holes with rocks all the way around. And this one, you can still see some water in there, but the rocks too, I'll hammer them in a little bit more. And then we're going to go grab a bag of Quikrete, and I'll mix that up in a bucket. I'm going to pour probably most of it in here, because this is the one that has the hinges on it the gate's going to be hanging from, so that's the one that needs to be really strong. And whatever's left, I'll just cap off the top of that one. And then when they cure up, I'll just fluff it with dirt. Be good to go. And that's the footings all cemented up. And we'll let that sit overnight. But for you guys, it'll feel like about 5 seconds. And then I can take off the straps and the wood, and we'll see how the gate works out. Hopefully it works, because I haven't tried it yet. Now, all right, now you're going to tell me what's in the garden.
This is obviously broccoli, if you look at it.
I don't know, it looks like little trees to me.
Those over there is cauliflowers. That's kale.
What's covered in the
What's covered
tent
is zucchinis, because I have a big problem with cucumber beetles every year.
And what do you got growing up on the, that's beans?
Yep, on the thing, those are pole beans.
These are...
I have a few peas.
Are
Yeah.
these...
I should have put more, but I was lazy. So those are peas. Under the cover, I put zucchini. Those are a combination of different kinds of zucchini. Cozelle, I think that's how you pronounce it. And just some weird zucchinis and summer squashes. And all those are tomatoes. And that bare spot, I think I might have to put more seeds in, because 2 just popped out, which I think is weird.
What were they? Tomatoes?
Bush beans.
Okay.
So,
and these are...
the back is celery. Oh, over there is to the left. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard. At the very end is onions. Over here is radishes that I'm sure are about ready to get picked. Those are...
What, in the middle or on the end?
The middle is broccoli, but I don't think they're doing too good. Over on the end more is Swiss chard and lettuce on the end.
And the rabbit thanks you very much.
Yeah, he's gonna wait. He's waiting till it gets a little bigger before he strips me.
All right, killing it.
Clean.
And a couple days later, that concrete is okay. It's in there, but I think it was a little on the old side. You know, we had some heavy rain, so I don't think it's as hard as it should get. But we're going with it. I just popped the clamps off of it. And let's go pull some wood out of it. See what we get. Ah, yeah, that's perfect. Stays where it needs to be too. I'll get the whole thing in, so she can get in there with a little garden buggy too. That's about I think the posts are about 49 inches wide, 48 inches wide, and yeah, the gate's 48, so probably about 49, 50. But you lose about 2 inches because of that. So 46. That'll work out just fine. What I should have done was taken this guy, probably could still do it, cut that free, heat it up, and bend one side down so it'll be a stop so that it doesn't go past open. It's nice though. I like that. That was a fun little project. Alright guys, again, thanks for watching, comment, subscribing, and take care.